Well, looky here. It's been quite a while since I made a top 10 video, but fortunately I was able to create 15 reviews this year, all of which I hope you enjoyed, and since I got at least 10 out, I'm able to make this list. It's time for Frequency's top 10 best reviewed games of 2023. Now there are two rules I have for my top 10 videos. Rule number 1, multiple games of the same franchise and style cannot be on the list. It's alright if multiple games of the same franchise are on the list, so long as the gameplay style is different. And rule number 2, scores and titles don't necessarily reflect the placement of each game on the list. Basically, it means these are the games I had most fun playing, regardless of objective quality. So, with that out of the way, let's dive right in. Number 10, Portal. This game would probably be higher up on the list if there was more content. For newcomers, it'll only take you about 3 hours to complete. Don't let the short campaign fool you, as this is one of the best first-person puzzle games ever. The Switch version is a great option, as you also get the sequel when purchasing the original. Use the portal gun to find your way out in this short yet excellent game. Number 9, Team Sonic Racing. It seems like modern Sonic games always have a teamwork moral woven in, but this game walks the walk when it comes to assisting and relying on your teammates to take home the gold. If the margin of difficulty was lowered some between easy and hard settings, and if the awful dialogue from the story wasn't awful, this would probably be higher on the list. Still, it's a really fun racer, and even more enjoyable when your team isn't the AI and is instead your friends. Number 8, Super Dungeon Maker. I've always been interested in level design, and this was a great game to help me understand fundamentals and player perception. Like Roller Coaster Tycoon, this was originally a PC game and is quite noticeable with the menu controls. And like Roller Coaster Tycoon, the menu controls are clunky, however once you get past it, designing and creating your own levels is super fun. Hopefully an update will come out with more assets and improved controls. The potential for excellence is there. Number 7, Windbound. I consider this the dark horse of the group. If there were never any updates at the time I reviewed it, this would probably be lower on the list. Fortunately, the updates gave the game more character and things to do. I highly enjoy survival games, and coupled with the fact that your character is trying to figure out what happened to her people, it makes for a fun, mysterious survival adventure. I'm hoping there's a sequel with more to do. I would definitely play it. Number 6, Mario Party Superstars. I've always enjoyed Mario Party. There's so many wacky variables and outcomes that can turn the tide of battle in an instant. Yes, there's always luck in the equation, but sometimes it's in your favor. Superstars is what I was hoping Super Mario Party was going to be. I hope we get DLC in the form of more boards, but if not, this is still a great version of one of my favorite franchises. Number 5, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Look at how cute this little guy is, going up against baddies with his little sword and shield. Well, don't be fooled by his looks, this Link can pack a punch. I never really played the original on Game Boy, seeing how I didn't own one growing up, so I'm glad this remake came out on Switch. Although it's probably one of the easiest Zeldas out there, it's still a great game in the form of that classic Zelda style. Number 4, Pikmin 4. I promise the ranking and title are just coincidence. This Pikmin game comes with your very own sidekick in Ochi, a canine-like helper pup who can assist you with puzzle solving and combat. You of course also have a variety of species of Pikmin to help too. This game has the longest, by far, campaign mode than the previous 3, and has many side quests for you to accomplish. This is the best Pikmin to date, and you shouldn't have any hesitation in picking it up. Number 3, Dark Souls Remastered. The general consensus is that the first Souls game you play is the most difficult, and yes, this is mostly true. The first time playing this mentally defeated me more than my character died. I had to quit playing for a few days before I calmed down and focused. I'm glad I did, because this is a fantastic game that, while will put your skills and sanity to the test, is quite rewarding once you finally understand and give what the game demands. The Switch version isn't the best as far as the technical side goes, but unless you just need 60 FPS, it's still a great version and a great game overall. Number 2, Metroid Prime Remastered. If you're watching this and Prime 4 still hasn't released, pick this up as it's a great way to cope with the frustration. This is one of the best remastered games I've ever played. Updated visuals, multiple different control settings, and a smooth frame rate make Samus's journey super fun and exciting. If the targeting, switching visors, and map controls worked more seamlessly and consistent, this probably would have received a perfect score. By today's standards, the campaign is a bit short, but the lesson is quality over quantity, and that's what you'll find in this beautiful remaster. Alright, we've come to the last game, but before we continue, let's recap. Number 10, Portal. Number 9, Team Sonic Racing. Number 8, Super Dungeon Maker. Number 7, Windbound. Number 6, Mario Party Superstars. Number 5, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Number 4, Pikmin 4. Number 3, Dark Souls Remastered. Number 2, Metroid Prime Remastered. And now it's time for number 1, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. How could I not put this at number 1? A game that is a part of one of my favorite franchises of all time. A game that has so much packed into such a little cartridge. A game that encourages and rewards you for your creativity. A game with many surprises, the least of which is an entire map-sized section that was never spoken of before the game released. A game that, even though its main map had been used before, was still enticing for you to explore everywhere. A game with so much player freedom, and a game that received a perfect 5 out of 5 score. Yes, this is why it's number 1 on the list. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so happy my motivation for reviewing came back, and I was able to end the year on this video. I'm cautiously hopeful next year will yield more reviews than this year, and to everyone who stuck around, everyone who returned, and everyone new to the channel, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed. See you in 2024!